Number one, check the feet. Look at the footwork. Starting off with a good jab. That's how you should always start off. Start with your jab. Don't come out here trying to swing and try to, knock the dude's head off in the first 10 seconds. Start with your jab and things will start to open up from there. Great use of the feints already. You don't want to overdo it, right? Because they'll start to, notice a pattern, but great use of the feints. Feints are great to see how your opponent will react to certain things. Do they drop their hand complete? Do they drop both their hands when they think a body shot's coming? Or do they, what I'm saying, kind of shell up type of thing? This is all intel you want to get within that first 2 to 3 rounds, if we're talking about a 12-round fight. I don't like the way he's throwing that jab. He basically both of his hands are not basically he drops his left hand, or his right hand. And if you notice it right here, it's kind of like an archer punch, archer jab. It's not that good. He doesn't even that hand is not protecting his face. When you're throwing that jab, this shouldn't be, coming down. You should be whoosh, right back. Whatever punch you throw, you are open for, you know? So you want to keep again, you're facing each other. He has the ability to come through on the other side. So you always want to keep the other hand there, and as well as bring it right back. That's fundamentals 101. Great head work. Great head movement. Great head movement from this dude. This guy's definitely the more slick dude. He's using the more traditional keep his hand. Good. I mean, they're both doing great. You know what I'm saying? I think he's faster. And he's using the traditional keep your hands in the face, and they're both great. If you're fast enough, use your head movement for sure. You know what I'm saying? Get out the way of the punch. Don't absorb it if you can't. If you can, I think that's the better option. But you know, you just want to make sure your eyes are on their target as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, the dude in the blue is making the other guy flinch a lot. He's making him flinch a lot, and he capitalized on that. just a second ago. And this is also another reason why you want to be able to control your distance much, you want to be able to control your distance because even if they they faint and they're not close enough to land, you're not even going to react, you know? You wouldn't even react even if they throw a feint. It means nothing. They can't touch you, so what are you going to do to Mm. Mm.
No te abras tanto al final, padre. Un poquito más cortos. Más cortitos. Un poquito. Ya veas, papá, ya veas.
Mm. Beautiful. And this is the both these guys are throwing these are great jabs. You know what? They're using the jab for what it's actually meant for. They're constantly throwing it. Every combo that they throw, their jab always starts it for the most part. This is what you need to be doing. The jab should be, you should be throwing the jab at all times. It should be always out there. So I like what these guys are doing. These guys are doing real good. Notice how even if one of these guys get in the on the ropes or in the corner for small, they don't stay there. They immediately circle out. They immediately get back in the middle of the ring. I don't know if and then they could also be working on something. This is great work from both of you guys. Um, but immediately, as soon as they get on the ropes, they come right back into the middle of the ring. Either one of them. So this is you'd never, and they're also not staying stationary in front of each other. Even though you could consider this brawling because this is nonstop action, they're boxing. They're sticking and move. They're trying not to get hit. You know what I'm saying? They're not staying in front of each other, just slugging it out. This is science right here. So, you know, I think the dude in the red is just I think he's doing just a bit more damage. He's more dynamic. He's more slick. He has better head movement. This guy has good defense though, really strong defense. You know what I'm saying? But I think this dude is just doing this. Just he's just doing a little bit more. He's just doing it just a bit more. And you should also, move out the way, pivot out. There's no. I just said they weren't standing in front of each other, which they're not. He only was only there for a couple seconds, but again, I'm always of the opinion no one should be able to land 3 to 4 shots on you, and you don't even try to get out the way. You don't do nothing. Like you don't pivot out. You don't move your head. That's just what just happened. You got to move your head. You got to do something. Get out the way. Because even if he's hitting your gloves, they'll still. I mean, they take it's still impact. It's still impact. Yep. Yep. That's what we do. There we go. Pivot out. He's staying there way too long. Pivot out. That was a beautiful sequence right there. Uppercut. Yo, that was crazy. That was damn near perfect. See, even little dude was surprised. Look. Look at it. See, and right now you can tell the dude in the blue he's getting a little bit gassed. And this is what you right now. If I'm in the blue, I'm slowing this fight down. This is going. The pace is a little bit too much. All you have to do is take a step back. Well, for him, he's gonna pivot out, take a step back to the middle of the ring, and then you start back, and then you reset with the jab. You get back on your jab, you get back on your bicycle, and you slow the pace down. Right now, he wants you to be right in front of him, and so he can tee off on you. But again, you notice immediately he's a little bit more tired now. So what you want to do is just slow it down, slow it down. No one's forcing you to be right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? All you got to pivot out, reset with the jab, go back to the jab. It's. See, and look how much more success he's having now. He reset back in the middle. He's starting with the jab. Everything's opening up. He's landing big shots now. Mm, mm, mm. That was beautiful. That was a great sparring session. Honestly, not one of these dudes really made huge mistakes. Um, they did a lot of stuff right. You're gonna get hit. You're not gonna be able to dodge every punch. That's just what comes with it when you're boxing. So both these guys are very solid, really solid. I think the dude in the red just was a step higher. He was just doing a bit more. He landed it just a bit more. He's more slick. I think the dude in the blue is a bit more, crafty. But other than that, very evenly matched. Neither one of them had the real big, size advantage. Both of them looked about to be right around the same size. So they were doing really good. I like this type of sparring. This is how you really, really learn. You know, they were hitting each other, but they weren't trying to kill each other. They were still hitting hard, but again, they're not trying to kill each other. And this is the type of sparring that teaches you how to get better. You do this type of thing, you every single time you'll get better. You'll start to notice different things. You start to see what works, what doesn't work. You start to notice how you start to get hit more often. You know what I'm saying? You'll start to notice, okay, what do I do when I start to get tired? This is the type of the iron sharpens iron, So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What did you think either guy could have done better? And who do you think got the best of who in this sparring session? Let me know. You guys already know what it is, Marco Darko. Peace.